The tiny train that couldn't pull fast. Deep in the snowy mountains of Colorado stood a busy railroad station called Pine Valley Rail Yard. Huge trains rushed in and out every day. Fast passenger trains, heavy cargo trains, massive engines pulling long lines of freight cars, and quietly parked near the back tracks sat the smallest train of all. His name was Toby. Toby was tiny compared to the others. His wheels were smaller, his engine was weaker, and he could never pull cars as fast as the powerful trains beside him. Whenever the giant trains roared proudly through the station, Toby lowered his little headlights sadly. "I'm too small to matter," he whispered. The bigger trains often bragged loudly nearby. "I can cross 3 states in one day," Titan Express boomed proudly. "I can pull 50 freight cars uphill," another train announced. Toby stayed silent. He mostly carried small supplies between nearby towns. Simple jobs, nothing important. One freezing winter evening, snowstorms swept across the mountains. Wind howled through the railroad tracks. Ice covered the roads. Suddenly, an emergency message arrived at the station. A small mountain town called Cedar Ridge urgently needed medicine. Several children had become very sick during the storm. The medicine needed to arrive before morning. The station manager looked worried. "The mountain tracks are too narrow and icy," someone said. "We need our strongest train," another worker replied. Titan Express rolled forward proudly. "I'll handle it." But only an hour later, Titan returned covered in snow. "The mountain tunnel is too narrow," he admitted angrily. "The snowdrifts are too dangerous." Another large train tried, then another. None could safely fit through the icy mountain tracks. Inside Cedar Ridge, little Lucy sat beside her sick younger brother, holding his hand tightly. "When will the medicine come?" she whispered softly. The town doctor looked sadly toward the snowstorm outside. Back at Pine Valley Rail Yard, Toby quietly listened nearby. Then Conductor Sam slowly smiled. "Toby," he said gently, "those narrow tracks were built long ago for smaller trains." Toby blinked nervously. "You mean me?" Sam nodded. "You may not be the fastest, but you're the only train that fits safely through the mountain pass." Toby's tiny engine trembled. The storm outside looked terrifying. Snow crashed against the windows. "What if I fail, Toby?" Conductor Sam placed a warm hand on Toby's side. "Sometimes the job meant for you is one nobody else can do." For a moment, Toby stayed quiet. Then his tiny headlights slowly brightened. "I'll try." Late that night, Toby carefully pulled the medicine cars into the snowstorm. The icy mountain tracks twisted dangerously along cliffs and frozen forests. Snow blew across Toby's windshield. His wheels slipped again and again, but Toby kept going, slowly, carefully, bravely. Hours later, tiny lights appeared ahead through the snow. Cedar Ridge. The townspeople cheered as Toby rolled into the station, carrying the medicine safely. Lucy hugged her little brother happily as doctors unloaded the supplies. "You made it!" she cried. For the first time in his life, Toby did not feel small. He felt important. Back at Pine Valley Rail Yard, even Titan Express spoke quietly afterward. "You saved the town," he admitted. Toby smiled softly. Maybe he was not built to be the fastest train. Maybe he was built for something different, something only he could do. And from that day forward, Toby never felt ashamed of being small again. Because sometimes, the smallest strength becomes the biggest hero when the world needs it most.